Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Henchman Story, Issue 8, Into the Breach. In my last episode, we hooked up with Shiny Nova, a.k.a. Kate. It's so lovely. We have someone in our lives. We're not lonely anymore. Ah, so good. And, of course, there's Miss Dynamo. Third wheel, baby. Third wheel. All right, let's get started. That's what she said. She's very proud of her stealth dive. So let's continue on, shall we?
Not bad. I admit, I was fully expecting the usual crater.
Well, one of us had to have a graceful landing, and it wasn't going to be you while you were carrying that cargo.
I'm a passenger, thank you very much. I bought a ticket and everything.
As Victoria sets me down, I straighten up to full height, dust myself off, trying to puff out my chest a little. It does nothing to remove the shit-eating grin on Dynamo's face.
If you think he looks like luggage now, you should have seen him the first time.
Gee, thanks for the backup. And for the record, I was perfectly composed up until that dive. Why did we have to do that from so high up anyway?
Best way to get in undetected. Fly high, dive fast, land quiet.
But ain't nothing gonna be quiet about this next part.
But it will be careful, right?
Yes, shining stick in the mud, I'll be careful. Frankly, I'm more worried about you. You're the one with the escort mission, and those are always the worst. You sure you don't need a minute to review?
Victoria tilts her helmet in my direction, and I swear the lights on her visor blink as if she's winking.
Nah, I think we're on the same page.
Oh yeah, same paragraph even.
Think we could get it down to the same sentence?
Depends on the wording, but I'm sure we could find one or two that we're in sync on.
What in the hell are you two nerds even talking about anymore?
Oh, just an inside joke. You know, from,
All the research we did last night. Lots of intel, lots of reading, verbs, adjectives, all sorts of interjections. Boring stuff.
Dead boring. You're lucky you snuck out early. You'd have hated it.
You know something? I don't doubt it. You two are so freaking weird.
Victoria and I share a glance, and I practically see the playful grin lurking somewhere behind the helmet.
Well, whatever. If you're ready to get this party started, then so am I. Let's do this already.
Alright.
Roger that. Go raise some hell.
When don't I? See you on the other side, sister.
I hope she changes her voice. That's Shiny Nova, that is. And like that, Miss Dynamo is off, and a black and blue blur zigzagging away through the forest, kicking leaves up in her wake. I have to bat a few away from my face. When we're both sure she's gone, Victoria and I share a look and immediately start laughing.
This isn't gonna stay a secret for very long, is it?
And whose fault is that? All sorts of interjections? God, you're the worst. Though, honestly, I don't care if it's a secret once this is over. At least where my friends are concerned.
Really? I thought there'd be a whole rule book. You know, a system.
Well, kind of. But we'll figure that out later. For now, the only secret you need to worry about is my name. So, just to make sure, in the field, I'm always Shining Nova. Got it?
I need a superhero name. Yeah, I need a superhero name.
Yeah, sure. But I gotta get me one of those superhero names.
Not right now, though. We'd have to pause the whole mission to get you a new name tag.
She playfully pokes me in the chest, right in the middle of the name tag she gave me last night.
Is that gonna be a thing now? Like, am I gonna get a name tag if you start calling me by a pet name?
Yep. It'll be really embarrassing. You'll love it.
Gotta get rid of all those name tags somehow, I guess.
As Victoria walks past me, I feel a metal hand slap against my butt cheek, causing me to hop forward in surprise.
Come on, get that ass in gear.
Not to be outdone, I start after her and try to return the favor.
This isn't fair when you're in that thing.
Maybe not, but it's fun.
Now, with a sore butt cheek and a sore hand, I sigh in defeat and follow her after her. The forest is as quiet as when we left it. No guards or automated security bots accost us. Not that Lord Bedlam can afford a robot army, but Madam Scorpion definitely can. Either Nova was right and Scorpion didn't realize that we escaped this way, or she's extremely confident that we're not a threat. So this could be a really good start or a really bad one. Hard to say.
So by the way, how will we know when Dynamo...
A distant boom echoes across the wilderness, shaking the ground and causing flocks of birds to scatter in a panic.
That's how. Come on, let's pick up the pace a little. I don't want to leave Dynamo exposed for too long.
Victoria starts moving at a jog, armor clanking with each step, and I follow. Before long, we reach the very same door that we used to escape, still sealed from the inside and still unguarded. The hell? Without hesitation, Victoria focuses one of her suit's beam weapons on the entrance and activates it, quickly melting through the steel around the door until it falls forward with a thud.
Entrance is clear. Go ahead, I'll watch your back.
Just watch it, huh? A likely story.
Slowly, I start sliding towards the door. I make sure to face Victoria the whole time to keep my posterior protected, but this strategy only makes her laugh.
You know I'll tag that other cheek eventually. You can't keep this up the whole time.
Watch me. I can get through these halls backwards any day.
I point to my eyes and then her visor to signal that I'm watching her as I back through the entrance, where I immediately stumble on the lip of the doorway.
That didn't count. Still not in the halls yet, technically.
With an exasperated sigh, Victoria follows me through the breach, and we slip into the darkness together. I squint, trying to adjust to the lower light, and soon after that, I wrinkle my nose. Jesus, it's so musty in here. Is that new, or had I just gotten used to it? Add that to the reasons why quitting was the right call, I guess. We make our way through the loading dock and reach the door to the kitchens, but when we open it, it's hardly any brighter.
Should the kitchen be abandoned right now?
Not normally, but maybe they evacuated. The lair's never been invaded, so people could be panicking.
Slowly, I creep forward through the kitchen. Not that it does me a lot of good with the suit of mechanized armor that's clanking right behind me, but it's instinct, I suppose. When we reach the cafeteria, I'm surprised to find that even that room is dark. Okay, either Miss Dynamo shut down the lair's power, or...
You fools!
I shield my eyes as the light turns on while Shiny Nova snaps to attention, weapons ready.
You've fallen right into my trap, you little shits. Like a lamb liver into a deep fryer. I knew I'd find you here. No one else could figure out how you escaped, but I knew. Chef Antonio always knows.
With all the swagger of a proper supervillain, Chef Antonio lumbers out from around the corner, just as a contingent of henchmen in aprons and hairnets rise up from the tables that they've been hiding behind. I didn't realize that we had such a big kitchen staff, yet even with their numbers, it's a little hard to take them seriously when they're brandishing labels and frying pans.
Figured you might have escaped this way before. I could tell that someone had been through my kitchen. The question was, would you be stupid enough to trespass through my domain not once, but twice? Twice? No one could be that stupid, could they? And yet, here you are, twice as stupid.
Oh no, you got us. Whatever will we do? If only we'd ran into Madam Scorpion instead. Then we might have stood a chance.
You should be so freaking lucky. The boss lady wanted the traitor alive, but I'd rather serve your head to her on a silver platter. So I decided to keep this little secret to myself.
We have to... Yeah.
God damn, man. You really are dumb. I mean, I knew that beforehand, but this.
What? What did you just say?
I said you're dumb. You're as dumb as a bag of potatoes, and your food sucks.
Yeah.
What? What? You're dead! You hear me? You smart-mouthed little shit stain! You're dead!
Good job. Way to provoke him.
Don't be too impressed. It's not that hard. Plus, he hates me, remember?
Still, the others will be uncoordinated without orders. Just keep him busy, and I'll handle the rest.
With an unintelligible battle cry, Chef Antonio charges forward, as Victoria takes off towards the kitchen staff. I unsheath my baton and raise my gauntlets. Here we go. I ready myself as the villainous chef lumbers forward, picking up steam like a truck that's lost its brakes. Only now do I realize just how big the man is. A lot bigger than me, that's for sure, and some of that is definitely muscle, so it's a sure bet that he's stronger too, and he's heading right for me.
Shit.
I'm gonna dodge.
Nope, that's a whole freight train worth of nope.
As he closes the distance, the enraged chef lowers his shoulder, but at the last possible second, I leap out of the way.
Hold still, damn it!
Frantically, I scramble to my feet as the big man skids to a halt. It takes a long time for him to stop completely. Christ, he had some real momentum there. If I had held my ground, I'd been flattened. Good choice. Definitely the right call to get out of the way, but just avoid him is only delaying the inevitable. I need to find a way to take him down.
I used to be a big deal, you know. The creme de la creme. King of the freaking castle. Then those good-for-nothing inspectors came along with their health code violations and risks to public health and safety. Well, you know what I have to say to that?
Baloney?
Bullshit, that's what! Bullshit upon bullshit, a whole mountain of bullshit. But I knew the truth. They were bought and paid for. They had to be. It was those sniveling little weasels and Mama Mozzarellas. They put them up to it. And the funny thing, one of those health inspectors, he looked an awful lot like you. I bet you're family, ain't you? I bet you were in on it.
You know, I want to deny that, but if you came up with that whole theory in the first place, I don't think I've got much hope of convincing you otherwise. So hey, if it makes you feel better, it was me, Antonio. I'm the one behind it all. That health inspector, a clone from another dimension that I controlled with my mind. And Mama Mozzarella? Why, Mr. Giamatti, I am Mama Mozzarella.
I knew it! I knew it was you this whole time!
Well, at the very least, I can check convoluted identity reveal off the old bucket list before he reduces me into a chunky meat sauce. Man, what's wrong with me? I can't help but antagonize this guy. I probably deserve this beating, but I can't afford it. Not now. I've got more important things to deal with, so somehow I gotta find a way to beat him. To do that, I need to neutralize his strength, and then I need to hit him with everything I got. I need to... Well, no, palm stripe. Do the same thing. Charge at him? I don't think that's gonna be worth... I'll try that. Hit him as many times as I possibly can. If I can't compete with the power of his blows, I need to make up for it in volume, right? I bounce on my toes for a moment, hype myself up. Okay, you can do this, man. Just keep swinging until he goes down. Simple. Unleash your inner rage or whatever. I do have some rage or fury in here somewhere, right? Sure, someone has an inner fury in these situations. You're facing some big tough guy and boom, get super pissed and knock him on his ass.
Come on, unleash the fury. Unleash the fury.
What was that, Pipsqueak?
I said you made one big mistake, Antonio. You want to know what it was?
Not really.
You pissed me off. And now you're about to feel my fury.
I just have a feeling this is not going to work out for me. I just have a feeling. Baton raised, I rush forward, swinging like a madman as fast as I possibly can. At first, the chef managed to block a few of my blows with his ladle, but they're too fast and too numerous, so eventually he just raises his thick arms above his head and defensively, and hardly flinches. I keep swinging, but the problem with the relentless attack like that is that my blows are getting weaker, not stronger. The first one were the hardest, but now, well...
Do you feel the fury yet?
I receive my answer in the form of a punch, which sends me flying across the room. I tumble over one of the cafeteria tables, sending a tray of half-eaten food flying. By the time I manage to crawl to my knees, Antonio's already standing over me.
That's really all you got, huh? I'd barely call that a side dish. More like a garnish.
But like an edible garnish at least, right? Give me some credit.
Any further culinary banter is abruptly cut off as a meaty hand grabs me by the throat. My baton slips from my fingers.
How about I show you what a real entree of pain feels like, huh? I like to call this one my revenge.
I activate my gauntlet's cannon and try to aim at it in Tony's ugly mud, but he stops it with his free hand. I don't have the breath to activate the shield. I reach for my fallen baton, but my outstretched fingers can barely graze it. Damn it, I have to think of something. Just then, a blast of energy crashes into the ground behind Antonio, throwing him off balance.
God, you stay out of this soup can!
Distracted by Nova's passing shot, Antonio loosens his grip just enough for me to reach my baton. Without hesitation, I activate the shock function and jab it right into his neck.
Why, you
The chef sways but doesn't fall, so I jab him a second time, then a third.
You little shit. That's a bunch of below.
And for the record, all your food really was the same. It all tasted like shit. Now I'm kinda hungry though, I'm not gonna lie.
As I catch my breath, Nova pulls in for a landing right beside me.
Thanks for the help. That guy was a lot tougher than I thought.
No problem. You're new to this, and we've got to watch each other's backs out here. But I won't be able to do that every time, so try to play it just a little safer, alright?
Right, got it.
So with my old rival vanquished, and his culinary kingdom covered in blast marks and unconscious kitchen staff, we head for the cafeteria's exit, and the hallway beyond. With mechanical precision, Victoria raises her weapon and scans the hallway, checking first her left, then her right.
We're clear.
Ooh, that was crisp. You know, if this superhero gig ever falls through, you could always star in some video games. Quick, tell me to stay frosty.
Alright, we're breaking up.
Wow, that was a whole 3 hours faster than usual. But on the plus side, I guess that means we were official?
The only thing official here is that you're officially getting left behind.
At that, Victoria hops into the air and starts flying forward, slow enough to maintain control through the labyrinthian hallways, but fast enough to quickly leave me in the dust. It's a hard word.
Hey, wait up! I'm Oscar Mike, I swear. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, come on!
That doesn't seem to help, as she only turns to wave a casual goodbye before turning down another hallway in the exact wrong direction.
Other way, superstar.
A moment later, Nova reemerges, hovering sheepishly as she corrects her course.
I knew that. Obviously. That's how you know I was joking.
By now, I've managed to catch up, and Victoria turns off her thrusters, opting instead to jog beside me as I take a left turn. It's still weird hearing her normal voice from inside that thing, especially when she's embarrassed.
Don't worry. In the games, you'll have a mini-map. For now, all you've got is me.
Okay, fine. Breakup rescinded.
Nice. Looks like all those years of memorizing the longest possible route to the bathroom have finally paid off. Who says slackers can't get girls?
Don't mistake correlation for causation here. Seriously though, it's a big help. It would have taken forever to map this place out by hand, and satellite's a no-go. We'll be lucky if our radio's even...
Do you read, Alpha Team? Nova, pick up the damn call.
I'm here. Status?
The birds are grounded, but the Queen Bitch of the Mountain put 2 and 2 together. You've got company headed your way.
Oh boy.
Don't worry though, she didn't go herself. I'll keep her occupied.
Not for too long.
Sorry, you're breaking up.
Dynamo, promise me.
I promise. Just relax. It's me.
Miss Dynamo hangs up and Victoria shakes her head. Clearly, that's exactly what she's afraid of. I give her a knowing look and pick up the pace. We need to take advantage of the empty halls while we can. And for a time, we do. In fact, we make such good progress that I'm starting to feel a little optimistic until we round the corner and are greeted by an all too familiar sound.
You fools!
I skid to a halt and reach for my baton, but I freeze when I take in just how many purple-clad subordinates accompany my former boss. That's at least 3 whole squads.
Did you think that you could gallivant through the very heart of my domain without I, the omnipotent Lord Bedlam, discovering your presence? Nothing escapes my eye. Nothing! Much less treasonous scum like you, Christy. I never forget the face of a traitor.
Christy?
Actually, I'm Stan. That's Christy.
I point to a woman who stands to the Lord of Bedlam right. He whirls about in confusion before Christy offers a helpful wave.
Wait, I thought you were moved.
No, that's Moon.
I point to another henchman, and Lord Bedlam again starts to look around before quickly giving up.
Enough of this! It doesn't matter if your name is Dan, Spartacus, or much less Shiny Nova. You are a filthy treasonist! You have betrayed our cause, our family, and most importantly, me! And you, hero, you have been a thorn in my side for far too long!
We just met this week.
Far too long, I say!
But that ends today, on this hallowed ground, with fire in our bellies and villainy in our hearts. The light of your twinkling little star shall at last be extinguished.
The only thing that's gone on too long is the speech. So I'm going to cut this short. Unless, of course, you stand down. I know you think that being able to order all these people around makes you strong, but I'm gonna level with you. This still won't go your way. I mean, you can try, but it won't. Your call. I can't make it for you.
No, you can't, because I have already opened the contacts on my phone of destiny and blocked your number.
What?
And now, I shall complete the prophecy and delete you entirely. Attack my steadfast supporters. Attack with every weapon, fist, and crude insult you have.
At Lord Bedlam command, my former co-workers rush forward, some firing beam weapons and others brandishing their batons. Nova returns fire with her own weaponry, which immediately draws the bulk of their barrage. Maybe I should give her some sword, but then again, this might give me an opening to counterattack. Let's try that. Use my shield to cover Nova. No, I'm not the one packing the firepower here. My one little wrist cannon doesn't compare to Shiny Nova's full arsenal. The best way to end this quickly is to give her a chance to unleash it.
Don't worry, Nova. I'm the Princess of Europa.
As soon as the words leave my mouth, the glowing blue shield emerges from my gauntlets. By the time it's fully materialized, I am already sliding across the floor towards Shiny Nova. I catch her glancing in my direction and nodding in approval out of the corner of my eye. Looks like we were thinking the same thing. Alright! As I skid to a halt in front of her, I rise to one knee and angle my shield towards the charging henchman, forming a one-man shield wall. Behind me, Nova crouches down with both arms raised. I hear a series of mechanisms lock into place as Nova reveals a whole armory worth of weaponry. Seeing what's happening, the henchmen fire their weapons with renewed fervor. But what doesn't miss entirely collides harmlessly with my shield, leaving Nova free to take aim and brace herself completely unabated.
Just remember, this was your call.
With that, Nova unleashes a barrage of return fire so all-encompassing that it changes the lighting in the whole damn hallway. By the time it dies down, what few henchmen are left standing have dropped their weapons and decided to flee in terror.
Nice job. That was clean. You're getting the hang of this. Oh, lovely Princess of Europa.
I still can't believe I have to say that every time.
Meanwhile, I notice that at least one person hasn't fled, Lord Bedlam himself.
Where are you going, comrades? The battle has just begun! Get back here! Get back here and protect me! I mean, destroy this corrupt pawn of society!
Oh, I don't think they're coming back, buddy. It's down to you.
Yes, it is down to me. Just as it always has been, as it always shall be. I, Lord Bedlam, stand alone against this sickly, rotten society. I, Lord Bedlam, stand against you, an enforcer of unjust laws and unfair message-borne moderation. And I, Lord Bedlam, am the proud owner of a groinal defense cup. Yes, that's right, foul oppressor. Your devious stratagems can no longer affect me. In fact, with my newly fortified, locally sourced, and aggressively trademarked Chaos Armor, your inferior energy beam stands no hope of piercing my defenses. For I, Lord Bedlam, am...
Without a word, Nova casually fires a blast at one of Lord Bedlam's horns, spinning his helmet around backwards.
Ah, you coward! What have you done? Where are you? Coward! Heathen! Fiend! Someone get this thing turned around! Where's that new girl? Kara! Kylie! Katrina! Get this stupid thing turned around!
He really doesn't know, does he?
Not a clue. Come on, let's get out of here before he forgets that I'm a traitor and starts yelling for me next.
With our path cleared, Nova and I started forward down the hall, leaving Lord Bedlam wandering blindly in our wake. By the time he's out of earshot, there's nothing but empty hallway ahead of us. Guess that was the bulk of his reinforcements. Maybe now that we're past them, we have a clear path to the supercomputer room.
Palpatine? Nova?
you. What's wrong? Tell me you're not still engaged.
No, I'm not. I pulled out a minute ago.
Good. I take it that means she's headed our way?
Probably, but also, you should know, I'm bleeding a little. I don't know how, but she actually cut me.
What? Since when can she... Never mind. Just tell me you're okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I got it while I was retreating, actually. Something didn't feel right, and, well, if you hadn't told me to fall back, it could have been a lot worse. Just do me a favor and step on the accelerator a little. Throw sunshine over your shoulder if you have to. She's not screwing around here.
Yeah, I figured she might be past the stage of playing with her food. I'll be careful, but you go get yourself patched up ASAP, and don't rush it. An EMT isn't exactly equipped for someone like you.
I hear myself gulp as Nova signs off. Ah, nothing like someone who can shrug off mortal shells telling you to be careful to make the old sphincter clench. Hopefully we have enough of a head start. Of course, as soon as that thought crosses my mind, a door opens right next to me. I let out a yelp, and both Nova and I whirl around to find...
Phew! All this stress is really doing a number on me. Maybe I should...
Dave stops dead. The locker room door still open behind him.
Oh, hey, Dave.
Hey, Stan.
You remember Shining Nova, don't you?
Sup?
We've met briefly, yes.
Okay, cool. So, we kind of have places to be, but great seeing you. Really great. And if you want my opinion, it's probably all the baloney. You should try changing up your diet.
Stan, not now.
Right, yeah. Like I said, big hurry. Catch you later, though. You look great.
I turn to go hopping, hoping he won't make his usual fuss.
Found you.
Oh, God. Damn it. I knew he'd... Wait, that didn't sound like Dave.